Hello. Still clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Nehru, and you are tuned in to The Encourager. And if you are a collegiate athlete, thank you for tuning in, by the way. Excuse me, confirmation. No matter who you are, thank you for tuning in. So, I've always had, there are a couple of groups of people, or certain communities of people, let's put it like that, certain communities of people that I am specifically drawn to. Okay? And so one of those groups that I am drawn to, as we know already, if you've tuned into any of the other previous videos over the last year, is children. That's first and foremost, at least in my opinion and in my eyes. That is first and foremost. And there's another category, and that is professionals, or those who are on the verge of making some major transition. So they are going from high school to college. That's a major transition. They're going from high school, from college into a profession. It doesn't matter what it is. I lean more towards professional athletes. I don't know why that was. Even starting out my tax and accounting practice years ago, the ultimate focus, what I really wanted to be, was I wanted to be an advisor to the elite. Okay? You can call them a celebrity. You can call them whatever. Most of their names we don't even know. You know, you take a look at the top 1,000 richest people in the world. Most of those people you've never even heard of. You know, we all know Bill Gates, right? But most of them we've never heard of. Okay? And so that's how I see it today. And so I'm not talking about the Beyoncés of the world. She's involved in witchcraft or whatever she does anyway. So I'm not talking about that type of person, right? Or it doesn't have to be that level of celebrity or whatever, right? But you are in the process of making some major change. You're making a career change. Maybe you are going from, I am currently, it is 4:22 today. I think it is 4:22. Yes, 4:22. 4:23. No, 4:23 today. You are making a career change. So I am in the process of relinquishing tax and accounting and all of that sort of thing. I did renew my license with the IRS this year, just for this tax season. And given where things are, just from all the witchcraft and whatever else has been going on with all of the collective, not just me, right? But I'm included in that. Then many of us have been stripped of a lot of things, and a lot of material things, including finances, and mainly finances. That's what the enemy's after, because finances are the currency of the earth. And if you do not have the resources, the enemy's trying to stop this. If you do not have the resources on the earth to accomplish the things that you need to accomplish, it doesn't matter how big the goal is or what Most High is saying to you. If you do not have the resources to accomplish those things, they will not get done. The number one resource for those things for anything getting done on this planet is money. Regardless of the type of currency, it is currency. It's money. Okay? And faith is the currency of the kingdom. Okay? That's why Most High doesn't need your money. That's why tithing to a church is dumb and not right. And in fact, it's spiritually illegal. That's not what the church was meant. That's not what the tithe was meant for. And that's not what the church is for. So anyway, so professional athletes, if you are a collegiate athlete, um, then I am going to post a separate video for you. And at some point, I'm sure I will do a transition from high school to college. Just in general, that one can just be general. I mean, it's just general. And even when speaking about the athletes, you'll find that anything that I say, a lot of it can be applied to just in general life, in transitional type of situations. Okay. Just for better balancing, better awareness, so that you can understand the energies and hopefully the truth, the genuine, authentic reason behind you making the change, and whether or not that change is even necessary, and if that's really truly a higher vibration for you. Okay, because you could take a job that monetarily might be good for you, but there might be all kind of negative energy at that job, and so although it might be 20 grand increase in pay or compensation, 50 grand, whatever, is that worth your peace? Is that worth your tranquility? Is that worth relocating? Is that where is all of that really worth it? And so these are things that your intuition can alert you to, that the church is not going to. Okay. And truthfully, no one should. I mean, you really truly were created to be your own master. And I hope maybe that becomes some part of literature someday when I write. But you are your own master. And someone's probably already written about it. Neville Goddard, some other philosopher, some other spiritualist or something, someone along the way, they've probably already written about you are your own master. And so when considering transitions, first of all, and I've had to learn this, you have to learn to work with the universe. Okay? And so when I say with the universe, what do I mean? So I'll use myself as an example because I like to, because I don't know. To me, it just makes it makes it much more tangible when you speak to someone who's gone through something. Someone talks to me about dialysis and going through kidney transplant and all of that, and they may not be aware that I've gone through that process or those processes. And then I share with them that I have. It opens up this brand new level of comfort, brand new level of understanding, of camaraderie. It opens up this brand new world for us, both of us, them and I, right? So that's why being authentic, right, and your true self is important, and not living up to anyone else's standard, not even paying attention to anyone else's standard. This is part of the reason what makes marriage and true, sincere relationships so challenging. When you are with that person 24 hours a day, you live with that, you know what I mean? You live with that person, you breathe their air, they're breathing your air. When you're in that type of environment, being your individual self and still staying on your spiritual journey is a very difficult thing to do. 9:09 on the timer. Very difficult thing to do. It takes understanding on both parts. They need to understand that should they ever deviate from the course that you are set on, that it's okay if you leave. You need to understand that you two came together because you were on the same path at the same time in that moment. And when the time comes, and most likely there will be, because most ships are only temporary, and we are meant to learn something, expose something, heal something, share something, whatever, and then it goes away. And that's truly how most relationships are, and that's how they're meant to be. Okay? So, but people get attached. So, with that, you would have to be mature enough to understand that when you have stepped outside of whatever their desires and their plans are, that, hey, that's just the way things are. I have my free will. You have your free will. You didn't do anything hurtful or anything to me. I just came to you with this idea and this opportunity. Maybe it's a new opportunity for employment somewhere that takes you outside of that location. So then it's considered a long distance relationship, which brings in other types of influences and all sorts of other things, right? So what do you do? How do you go about making sure that you stay on the path of the contract that you signed when you agreed to come back this lifetime? How do you do that? You have to stay spiritually aware. You can only stay spiritually aware when you are vibrating in your higher self. Okay? And your higher self is always elevating, just like your lower self, if you're given the opportunity, is always descending. Or at least desiring to. Okay? The trick is to be comfortable with your light side and your dark side. You can't get rid of the dark side. Okay? So there is Most High Yahweh Ptah, Lord of the Spirits, and then there's Satan, Lucifer, right? That spirit. Okay. Most High removed the enemy from his energy. That's what Most High did. He kicked the negative energy, the demonic energy out. You have to do the same thing. Everything that Most High has done, you and I can do. Everything that Jesus has done, you and I can do. Everything that whoever Saint Germain has done, we can do. Everything that Buddha has done, we can do. Everything that Saint Mary has done, we can do. Well, man outside of giving birth. Physically, right? So, understanding and knowing when seasons and times have run their course. 13:13 on the timer when I looked at the clock. When you understand that, in fact, let me look that angel number up. Let's see what that angel number is. Let's take a look. I hope you're doing well. Again, this will be posted on the 25th in 2 days. So, and by the way, the misnomer is that 13th. Everything that man tells you, I would really caution you on believing. Everything, every superstition, everything. Man says black cats are bad luck. That is a lie. Black cats are extremely, extremely powerful energetically, right? And very significant in synchronicity. Okay? So, what's another something man says that's just it's just asinine? I don't know. There's so many. I'm going to come up with a list of stuff man says that's just ridiculous. So anyway, so one is 13. 13, bad number, right? Friday the 13th, blah, blah, blah. In truth, 13 actually is a new beginning. So we're going to find this out. 1313. What does this number mean? Okay. 1313 is the number of artists, and it's time to let your artistic expression flow. It means that you're an empath, yes, with a high level of emotional intelligence. When you see 1313, this is a time to put your goals and passions first. That's where I am. As someone who likely goes out of their way to make sure the needs of others are met, I was an overgiver for 46 years and 9 months. You might not always have enough time to pursue what restores you. But I do now. Why? Because I'm wiser, right? We're wiser now. So, yes. 1313. There's a second paragraph. You're a powerful storyteller and maybe need to let that part of yourself shine more. When you see 1313, often your communication skills are being highlighted by the angels. And I say the. I don't know why I say the more than I say the. Center your focus on how you can become a better orator. All right, oracles. All right, oracles. Let's go. I'm not the only one. Share your truth because your words will lend inspiration to others. If that is not exactly where I personally am, and I believe if you're tuning in, it's probably where you are too. It's where you are or where you're going. It's where you have your sights set. Okay? 1313. Right? So, where I want to get us, and when I say us, I mean the entire earth, raise the vibration of the earth, that's why I'm here. Where I want to get us is to a place where, and I'm going to refer to this so much, to where we become unaffected by the external environment around us as much as possible. So it's not completely impossible, right? So if you're driving down the street, someone's not paying attention, they run a light, they hit you, you're probably going to have some type of physical pain from that. There is possible that Most High protects you, your angels protect you, you walk away completely pain-free, unscathed, blah, 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 blah. Never any after effects or anything of any nature. Yes, that's very possible. However, chances are that there's going to be some type of aftermath dealing with pain and whatever, right? You're going to have to deal with that, right? And I don't know if I said that right. But with that, one, who knows what that accident prevented? Maybe you were moving too fast spiritually, energetically with your life. Maybe you needed to stop. There's something that needed to stop in your life, and that accident caused that to happen. I've literally spoken to people who went through that type of process where Most High was trying to get them to slow down in life. They weren't slowing down, and Most High was like, okay, you don't do that. So, okay, this is what's going to happen right now. Car accident, back went out, so you're laid up, you need surgery, it's all because Most High is like, okay, you don't want to slow down and listen to me. Your ancestors, your angels, we've all been trying to talk to you for I don't know how many decades, how many other lifetimes. You're not paying attention. Look, okay, so this is what we're going to have to do. We had to do this last lifetime. We wish you were paying attention then. You didn't get it, so you had to come back. Here we are again. You still haven't learned the lesson. So that's literally, I can literally hear that conversation going on between Most High and the angels. Like, we came here, you did another opportunity. Here you are, going through this. Once again, you haven't learned your lesson. When are you going to learn? Now you got to go. Come back again. Do your first work's over. Blah, blah. When? When do we get it? So my goal for every living human, because other creatures, they function in and of their space, right? This is why it's bad when we drive them out of their habitats, which we do all the time by building things and tearing down their forests and blah, 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 right? So, anyway, you have to recognize where you are on your spiritual journey and how like I was saying, the goal is for nothing in this 3D matrix to affect you one way or the other spiritually. That is one of, that's not the only, that is one of Most High's hopes for man here on this planet. Because we are so powerful, we are so mighty, we are so strong. But because we walk in darkness and religion, man fails to see the light that's practically blinding them, saying, no, don't go that way. Again, I'm reminded of Bruce Almighty and Jim Carrey and him driving down the road, and he was just complaining in his Nissan Z. He was just complaining. And his truck goes by and it's like, stop, slow down, pay attention, yield, right? All these signs in this truck, he's like just going on and on and on and on, and he's not paying attention, car accident. And that's literally how life happens for us. And that car accident might look like you in the hospital, your child in the hospital. You lose someone in your family, or yeah, it's some wake-up call. And the vast majority doesn't even calculate the accurate number. More than the vast majority of people ignore all of those signs. Their entire life, they ignore all of those signs. And they merely go through life complaining about how bad life is and how unfair it is, never realizing they have not a part and a portion. They have 100% power within themselves to change their circumstances and to change their environment if they are willing. They have to be willing. And then they have to do the work. Because it's fine to be willing to do the work. But will you actually do it? There's a lot of people who say, I wouldn't deny Jesus if Jesus asked me. Okay, well, maybe we'll find out. You're probably denying Jesus right now, as religious as that is. Okay? Certainly if you're not tuned into your higher self, if you're not functioning in your higher self, that individual or those individuals around you, if you are functioning in your higher self, those of you who are, there are individuals around you who are not. So guess what? They're like rodents. They're like moths. And moths serve a purpose. They're from the Creator too. Right? However, did you hear that screeching? It was almost an accident. You better pay attention spiritually to what's going on around you and in your life. Most High, your angels and the angelics, they're talking to you. They're trying to get your attention. Open up your crown chakra. Open up your third eye chakra. Open up your third eye chakra so you can speak. Turn on that solar plexus chakra so that you can speak confidently and get out of low self-esteem. And get out of being a follower. If you don't lead anybody else, lead yourself. If you don't lead anybody else, lead yourself. Okay? Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, my name is Nehru. You've been tuned into The Encourager. If you would like to get in touch with me via email, you can do so at theencourager333@gmail.com. You can also connect to me through Instagram. I am on Instagram at The Encourager. If you would like to reach out to me through Facebook, I am at Nehru Patah. That's Nehru space Ptah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, my name's Nehru, and as always, be encouraged.